Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something super sweet, incredibly delicious, and surprisingly easy to make right at home. We are making dried pineapple. If you've ever bought those little bags from the store, you know how expensive they can be. Fresh, chewy, and bursting with tropical flavor. So, grab your apron, and let's turn a beautiful, juicy pineapple into a snack you won't be able to get enough of. Try to cut away just the skin and the little brown eyes, but don't worry if you take a little extra fruit with it. Rotate the pineapple and keep slicing until all the skin is gone. After peeling, you might still see some of those brown eyes left in the fruit. You can go back with a smaller paring knife and carve them out individually. A potato peeler can sometimes work well for this too. Or you can make diagonal V-shaped cuts and a spiral pattern around the pineapple to remove them, which actually creates a really cool look, but it takes a bit more practice. For today, we'll keep it simple. Just make sure the surface is clean and smooth. Next up is the core. The core of the pineapple is really tough and woody, so we definitely want to remove it. There are a few ways to do this. If you have a special pineapple coring tool, now's the time to use it. It makes the job super easy. But if you don't have one, no problem at all. We can just use our knife. First, cut the pineapple into rounds, about 1/4 inch or roughly 1/2 centimeter thick. The thickness is key. If they're too thin, they might become brittle like chips, and if they're too thick, they'll take forever to dry and might stay to moisten the center. So aim for that 1/4 inch sweet spot. It works like a charm. Just place the ring on your cutting board, center your cutter, and press down firmly. Pop out the tough core, and you're left with a perfect pineapple ring ready for drying. Just quarter the pineapple lengthwise after peeling, slice away the core from each quarter, and then cut the remaining fruit into your desired shape and size. The best and most consistent way to make dried pineapple is with a food dehydrator. Arrange your pineapple rings in a single layer on the dehydrator trays. It's really important that they don't overlap. Overlapping pieces will trap moisture and won't dry evenly. You want the air to circulate freely around every single piece. Leave a little bit of space between each ring. Once your trays are loaded, it's time to set the temperature. About halfway through the drying process, maybe after about 8 hours, it's a good idea to check on them. You can flip the rings over and rotate the trays. Most dehydrators have a fan at the bottom or top, so rotating the trays ensures everything dries more evenly. You'll know they're done when they are leathery, flexible, and no longer feel wet or sticky to the touch. When you tear a piece in half, there should be no visible moisture inside. They will have shrunk significantly and the color will have deepened to a beautiful golden amber. You'll want to set your oven to its lowest possible temperature, ideally around 150 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit or about 65 to 75 Celsius. Then, place the wire rack on top of a baking sheet. They should be dry to the touch but still bendy. Once your pineapple is perfectly dried, Whether in the dehydrator or the oven, it's time for the final, crucial step, conditioning. Don't skip this. Let the dried rings cool completely to room temperature. Then, place them loosely into a large, airtight glass jar. Fill the jar about 2/3 full. Seal it and let it sit on your counter for about a week. What this does is it allows any residual moisture to redistribute evenly among all the pieces. If you see any condensation forming inside the jar, it means the pineapple wasn't quite dry enough. In that case, you'll need to pop it back in the dehydrator or oven for another hour or two to prevent mold. A sealed jar or a vacuum seal bag is perfect. These are perfect for so many things. They're an amazing standalone snack for road trips, hikes, or just a midday treat. You can chop them up and add them to your morning granola, oatmeal, or yogurt. You can also rehydrate them in a little bit of warm water and use them in baking, like in a pineapple upside-down cake, or even in savory dishes to add a touch of sweetness. The possibilities are endless. No added sugars, no preservatives, just pure, concentrated pineapple goodness. I hope you give this a try. It's such a fun and satisfying kitchen project. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Until next time, happy snacking.